Derived from the sort of the one tank, the Bovington tanks, first of all. And Matilda II put just before the Second World War, and two armoured regiments had these tanks out in France in 1940. Now the great thing about the Matilda II is it was very thick armour on the front of the tank. The 2-pounder gun, you can see that gun in the turret there, very effective against German tanks in 1940. And what happened was when the Germans fired their own 37mm anti-tank guns at this tank, the round simply bounced off. And that frightened the Germans no end. And after the campaign in France in 1940, they actually sent reports back. They captured a number of Matildas, a number were left out, a number were left behind on the battlefield, and reports were written on this tank. And some of those reports actually got as far as Hitler. Now, Hitler read those reports and was disgusted to find that the standard German anti-tank gun could not penetrate the Matilda II. And that was one of the first spurs that actually got to Hitler going to initiate what we now know as a Tiger program. In other words, getting the Tiger tank built. Often people look at the Tiger, think it was built in response to the Russian tanks. Actually, if you look at all the dates, it was started well before the Germans had invaded Russia, and they were mainly concerned with having met the power that is the Matilda II in front of you now. Now this particular Matilda, it's painted in a jazzy camouflage scheme they use in the desert called the Quarter scheme, and it's actually done up as a tank called Golden River. The Royal Tank Regiment commander, a chap called Bob Foote, who went to the deep sea in Matilda II out in the western desert. And it was a very successful tank early in the war. We often have this myth that all the British tanks weren't very good. Actually, this tank got the reputation it was actually named as the Queen of the Desert. It was devastating against the Italians in 1940, and the Germans had a lot of respect for it as well.
I just missed.
Later on in 1941.
Yeah.
So from that point of view, it's actually a very successful tank.
Was it very slow?
Yes, it was, yeah. In fact, that's it, it's still there.
Small for them to up gun, to put a bigger gun.
Yeah.
And so it went out of service in the Western Allied armies, but again, a lot of them were exported, they were used in forays, they were used against the Japanese, and one or two went into service well into the 60s in the Australian New Zealand forces. So it's a very rare big star until we think it's probably not anyone running, and there it's trending along, and as we sort of named it, a very important tank story, because it's really, this is the tank that actually gets the Tiger program going again.
I can't tell you because I can't get your attention for it. I'm trying to tell you the Matilda was coming out, but no one was looking. Do you want to tell Theo there's a Matilda? Because he might be interested if he's quick.
Top speed, the first one, 3.5 miles an hour. Infantry tanks didn't want to go much faster than that because they didn't want to leave the infantry marching behind them. So speed was not an issue. And of course, later in the war, it was other tanks, speed does become an issue. And that's why design of tanks is so varied and so rapid in the Second World War. And we're now going to show you on the other side of the world what the Russians were building. And they started their program of building T-tanks just before the Second World War. T34 tanks, such as the one coming on the arena now, were just going into service in 1940. They are meeting, going into the front line with the German
Just going over there behind the blue boarding, that's the Matilda.
The tank was called the T34. They used a diesel engine, they used sloped armour. You all know about sloped armour because if the round hits it, the whole tank is off. It also increases the thickness of a round coming in parallel to the ground.
What's this one?
Basically, slowly this bar.
Sorry, I wasn't listening.
It's got to go through to penetrate. So they're very clever with that, using that to design.
Oh, okay.
They put very wide tracks.
Of course, I mean, how could I not know
Which
that?
means you can cross all the problem springs and rushes, they let you metal roads, and also snow as well, and they put an effective gun on it. After that, the Russians really didn't put in the country, so that was two conditions inside our
T34.
And don't forget, Russia at the time was a dictatorship. If you objected to the two conditions, off to the Gulag or the Penal Battalion, and we'll get someone else to prove the tank for you. So the rest of the tank to westernize it would be very, very crude. First captured some of these two tanks, in Russia in summer of 1941, they didn't really work with that much. Some were sent back to Berlin to be looked at. Albert Speer, the armaments minister of Germany at the time, he turned around and he says, stop a second and have a closer look at this. And the Germans realised what a good tank it was. Underneath all that fluidity, bad parts in the tank, there's lines all over it, things a German engineer would never allow that tank to leave the factory, it looks too bad. So what they ended up doing, they were going to copy it. But being the Germans, they thought they could go one better and they decided to make the Panther instead. The Panther tank, much more complex, and highly missed the point of the T34. The T34 was simple, so they could make lots of them. And the Russians view the tanks, this is very much this vehicle, very much like a munition. Think of it like a hand grenade or something.